Paul said, what are your thoughts on Nash and Logan Paul? I think I'm very surprised, actually. I'm very surprised because I think that Kevin Nash is going to be someone that is going to respect, like, working smarter. I really would think that he would understand that the name of the game is really about making as much money for doing as little work as possible, right? Is that great for the fans? No. But from a boys' point of view, from a locker room point of view, from a Kevin Nash point of view, surely the dream was always earn lots of money, work less shows. So Logan has managed to get himself in life where he's in that position, earns a lot of money, does less shows. And so I would think the boys would see that as like, you can't argue with that. That's what we're all striving for. That's, you know, we all want that Roman Reigns schedule. We all want that Logan Paul schedule. Like, that's the dream. That's everyone's dream, isn't it? Earn loads of money, but don't do tons of work. So I was very surprised that Kevin Nash took a bit of a different angle than what I would have thought he would. And he kind of was like, F you from the boys. You know, you're going to earn all that money and you're not going to do house shows, like, F you, and that comes from the boys. And I was like, okay, well, respect, because, I mean, like, all being in it together, in the trenches together, that's a good thing. Like, that's a nice, positive thing. But I don't know, man, back in the day, it was about looking out for yourself, really. You know, it was about you getting yours. It was a dog-eat-dog world. Wrestling was not flipping friendship bracelets, right? Wrestling was a tough business. The road was hard, and it was about getting what you felt was yours. And, you know, if you could do that without having to work like tons of dates, then that's the biggest dub you can get. So I was very surprised that he took the angle that he took. But I mean, like, I'm not a Logan fan, and I think that he is someone that's coming in from outside of the business. And people know that I'm not a big fan of celebrities in wrestling. But the only thing I would say is that Logan, I think, has done enough now to show that he's not a celebrity. It's not like he's come in and had one match. You know, he's coming in and he's just having, you know, the odd match throughout the year. They're obviously working hard to present him as good as possible. And, you know, this isn't his full-time gig. This is just something that they use him as a special attraction. I'm not a fan of it. But I'm not a fan of Logan. But I think he's been presented well enough where you can kind of go, well, do you know what? He doesn't stink the place out. You know, it would be a hell of a lot worse if Logan came in and worked and the matches were just atrocious, right? And they were just awful celebrity matches and we just hated them. Like, but I don't think WWE would be able to maintain his presence if that was the case, because he is good, or they found a way of making him look good. And he is good. I mean, you got to say he's athletic and he can certainly do stuff, right? I think that he has kind of got himself into a very interesting position. So I think it's 6 of one, half a dozen of another. It's a really interesting one. I don't really take a side on this. I don't like Logan, and I don't care for him being in WWE. But on this one, I would say surely this is every wrestler's dream is to get to this position. And don't even come to me with, yeah, but he's not paid his dues. He's not done the road and all of that. I know. You don't have to tell me that. I'm fully aware. Like, I'm not a fan of celebrities being in wrestling and being made to look amazing because they haven't paid their dues. That's a given. You can't be upset about that now. That can't upset you now. That should upset you at the start. That should upset... I'm past that. That's already happened. So for me, I don't know. It's a really interesting one. I look at it more with confusion than anything else.